Hi, I'm Dave,
And I'm Graham.
and together with our colleagues, we lead the Trinity Center's foundation.
It's our pleasure to tell you about an upcoming course we have for church board directors facing challenges with their properties.
The narrative that we hear across Canada is budget deficits, deferred maintenance on their buildings, low attendance, aging congregations, and missional drain. And that leaves us in this limiting mindset, one of what do we do? How do we imagine what next could look like? And we want to provide this course to move you to a wonder mindset, one of imagination, one of hope.
Clergy people, like us, get some training. We're interested in this course on training somebody that we call either Jeff,
Or Jane.
who could be a business person or a community leader who perhaps they've been invited onto the church board by their parent or their grandparent. They may not call themselves much of a believer, but they're there out of some kind of family loyalty to a place that has been stewarded for a long time.
The course consists of 8 sessions. Session 1, we cover the narrative from doom to delight. And churches tend to ask the wrong questions. Questions of how do we get families back into our buildings? Do we keep the pews or not? How do we add members to the choir? And those questions are going to keep us stuck in this doom mindset. We need to ask different questions. Questions around who are our neighbors? What could community or neighborhood impact look like if our building was animated with those in our neighborhood that need space? So we want to help you move from a doom narrative to a delight narrative.
Session 2 is all about the director's responsibilities. What is this charitable corporation that runs the building? What are its objectives and how are we doing towards achieving them? What resources do we have coming in? What do we have going out? What tools are at our disposal? How do we deal with issues of insurance, liability, and responsibility at a legal level?
Session 3 is building valuation. And that's an important one because churches come to us with a laundry list. They want to do affordable housing, they want to keep the parking lot, they want enough dollars to meet the deferred maintenance on their building. And the reality is you can't do it all. They think the value of the property is too high. Or often they may think it's not enough. So how do we properly assess the value and the asset in which you carry?
Session 4 goes into housing development, looking further at that particular outcome and helping you as a director understand some of the opportunities to contribute to Canada's national housing strategy. Session 5 looks at all of our bottom lines. If there are 8 trustees on your board, you may find you have 8 different bottom lines. One person's worried about the finances, another is worried about something they may call kingdom impact, while somebody else is thinking about the environment, about the heritage impact on the building, and others still are thinking most importantly about the neighborhood. We want to help give you the tools to make sure that any option you look for in your property is capable of dealing with all of those bottom lines.
Session 6, can we go at it alone? The simple answer is no. What happens within most churches is you feel like you need to be the expert in everything, or you have someone on your board, Graham, who is the expert.
We actually created some other characters again in this session. Uncle Jim, the small-time developer.
Right.
Uncle John, who's the architect. These are all folks who are really, really helpful
Well, they want to be helpful.
at the right time.
Yeah, so can you go at it alone? No. You need trusted guides to come alongside who are experts in the areas that are required to transition the asset to impact.
Session 7 is all about how we can convince or confuse a city. We find many churches who come forward with a half-developed idea that they want to get in front of the mayor of their city yesterday. Often, churches are ill-prepared to be speaking to their municipality, and very often it's not the mayor you need to speak to. In this session, we look at the different actors in a municipality, how to understand their roles, and how to be prepared to speak to them and not confuse them.
In our final session, session 8, it's the art of the possible. It really is our secret sauce of the work in which we do at Trinity Centers. We outline that, and how do we create a hypothesis, something that we can look at. We don't come in assuming it's affordable housing or assuming it's a community hub or a mixed housing project. We don't actually know what the land asset is going to provide. We want to listen to the neighborhood. We want to listen to church itself and the land asset and create a hypothesis on what we think is the best path forward.
We understand the technical challenges that you face. We also understand a great deal of the emotional journey you face, managing other colleagues on the board, the congregation, your own families, and at the same time, in some cases, the roof is literally falling in. And together, we're here to speak with you, listen to you, and face the challenges that you're facing. But what I think we hope is that you don't face a challenge that somebody else has faced 100 times over without understanding what those battles have already given.
Yes.
We want you to learn from the experience of others. We'd like to invite you to an information session about this course, partly to hear from you and see if there's anything else that we're missing. And as we go into 2023, you may want to just sign up for the course as well. We'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors, the Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation, the Charities Foundation, and our collaboration with the University of Toronto School of Cities. We hope that you'll join us for this course, and in the meantime, we hope you know you're not alone.